So that's how it goes. So our next speaker joined David Suzuki Foundation's climate change team in 2010 after a long and stellar career in journalism. She is now the go-to person for Chinese language media and public engagement opportunities around environmental issues. Through her work, David Suzuki Foundation has forged strong partnerships with key immigration organizations, community, and youth groups. Her views on engaging new Canadians in Canada's green movement can be found in The Philanthropist, an Ottawa-based immigration magazine, public engagement with ethnic Canadians, the Corporate Night magazine, CBC Radio's Stephen Quinn's show on Ethnic Enclave, and the David Suzuki Foundation website. She is currently leading the Sustainable Diversity Report launch, which will be on November 10th of this year, a culmination of 5 years of multicultural public engagement work at the David Suzuki Foundation. Please welcome Winnie Hwo.
I hope you can see me. Okay, so I'm a woman with many labels. Before I came to Canada, I was a British subject in Hong Kong. I hated being a subject because I had no right to vote. I didn't even have a nationality. Honestly, I had no clue who I was. Then my mom and dad brought my sister and I to Canada. Although we had no hope of ever being labeled an old stock Canadian, we knew the moment we became Canadian citizens that it was never only about what we can do and enjoy in our new country, but it's all about what we can do for our country. When I started working for the local CBC newsroom as a desk researcher, I was called a casual. That is a part-timer who gets a call every morning to show up for work. It was stressful. But a colleague of mine told me not to worry because I was also a double minor, Asian and a woman. Apparently a very good thing if you're looking for a full-time job. Fast forward a decade, I had a 9-pound baby boy. Before I knew it, I was called a tiger mom. Of course, right? Today, my big baby is a university soph, and I think I have successfully traded my title of a tiger mom to something a lot less offensive. Today, I call myself a green tiger. And tonight, I will tell you what life is like to be a green tiger in the city that aspires to be the greenest in the world. How did I become a green tiger? Well, I was born in the year of the tiger, seriously. More importantly, and seriously, 5 years ago, the David Suzuki Foundation hired me as a climate change campaigner. Today, my job has expanded, and I'm a public engagement and Chinese media communications specialist. As many in this room who have witnessed how the recent transit plebiscite played out would know, pushing the green agenda in a city as diverse as Vancouver is never simple or easy. And by diversity, I do not only mean ethnic and cultural diversity. To give you an example of a topic that would always generate the most heated and divided debate in the city, bike lanes. Try mentioning bike lanes on any Chinese language radio station programs and you will get an earful. But that is confusing, right? Because we know many cities where our newest citizens came from struggle with extreme poor air quality, poor water quality, and iffy food safety. One would assume any policy that aims to better our environment would be most welcome. But surprisingly, that is not often the case. As well, if we look closely at who are actually using the bike lanes, on Burrard Bridge, at UBC, downtown Vancouver, East Vancouver, South Vancouver, these days, even in Richmond, we will notice our cyclists are as diverse as our cultural mosaic. So, as a green tiger, this is where I come in. To amplify the changes that are already taking place in the city, to those who are either too busy making a living or too preoccupied talking among themselves to look around at what the city and the other citizens are up to. Because I know when they open up, they'll realize many who are using the bike lanes are actually their own friends, their brothers and sisters, their children, and often even their own spouse. By helping new Canadians open up to new ideas and plans, I am also helping to build a better and healthier city that I want to live in. This summer, my family and I visited the small seaside town of Digby, Nova Scotia. During lunch in a small restaurant, our server, who was at least 70, could not stop talking about the best tasting water in the world, Digby water, that she served us. Her pride was alarming, especially when she said to us she felt sorry because we came from Vancouver. It was a moment of awakening for me. Our server was so proud of something that doesn't cost a cent, yet no amount of money can buy the best tasting water in the world from Digby, Nova Scotia. She did not see her water as a commodity, but the quality of the water was what defined her as a citizen of her town. For her, it's where citizenship, pride, and ownership all come together because it's something she shares with the rest of the community. And you bet she will protect it like it is her own child. To me, this is what we need for our city and our citizens. For Vancouver to meet our greener city target by 2020, we need all hands on deck. That means every citizen must be a part of it, and every citizen must want it. But to meet our goal in 2020, we must also agree on why we want it and how to get there. Our goal must transcend party politics and our diverse backgrounds and views. After the transit plebiscite, many friends asked me if I was disappointed. My answer was no. Because on our way to Vancouver, we stopped by in the city of Quebec City. It was the first time I've ever been to Quebec City. It was beautiful. But then I also marveled at how could a 406-year-old city look so good? I could not help but think that if Quebec City can do it, so can we, to be the greenest city in the world. So to answer the earlier question as to why am I not depressed by the transit plebiscite result, it is because I did not hear a single person saying they do not want better transit and transportation. Not even the no-side Chinese spokesperson who debated me numerous times on Chinese radio. Instead, he always makes sure that I know he's also for better transit and environment. So remember I told you that I was born in the year of the tiger. According to the Chinese astrology, tigers are brave, strong, stubborn, and sympathetic. As a campaigner of our greener city, I will need all of the above qualities to succeed, and I will not quit simply because I can't.